Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Lily Shire, and today I will be discussing some of the components of my personal leadership development plan. To begin with my vision, I really want to possess a role in HR or another management position that shares a leadership component. I really want to be able to be somebody who helps to lead others and develop myself and others professionally and authentically because I really want to make a difference in what I'm doing and enhance connections and empowerment for others. Some of the values I want to carry on in my leadership would be authenticity, integrity, respect, determination, and motivation. I think that these are really important and can really be effective for me moving forward. And to talk about a role model, I would like to think of my grandmother. She was very selfless, so she was able to put others before herself, and that helped to build trust and appreciation. She was also very considerate for their well being of others, which showed interest and respect, and was able to build really strong relationships with people. And she also displayed a lot of heart and kindness, which I think goes a long way because it helps you grow as a person and contributes to displaying forms of leadership. In terms of my mission and my purpose for leadership, I really want to be able to discover my true self and positively impact and help others. I think that my influence will be able to allow me to be a part of something greater and to do more than the average person, not just go to work, but bring a larger sense of meaning to what I'm doing. And I think that it'll help me to live through different challenges and adventure in order to grow and truly help to inspire others to project their true, authentic selves as well. And this connects to my mission and its legacy. I want to be able to make my family proud through different achievements and overcoming different obstacles. I want to be able to balance work and home life well as pursue different personal and career passions. I want to be able to involve myself in things that I care about and also be a mentor to others because I think that kindness goes a long way and it will really be able to show my leadership side. And overall, I want to experience life to the fullest. And I think being a leader in some way, shape, or form will help me to do so. And in terms of the effectiveness inventory, here are my top strengths and opportunities. For strengths, I talked about my personality traits in having high scores for conscientiousness, extroversion, and agreeableness. And I think that relates a lot to my high score in team orientation because I value collaboration and establishing shared goals together and working well with others. And this relates to the values I'm strong in with mission and involvement because I find a meaning through work and build responsibility with others. And it also helps me to display strong ethical leadership, which is why I'm really great at looking out for other people in the workplace aside from myself, as a leader should. And overall, I do possess a very strong integrating style. So I'm able to resolve conflicts in a way that tries to benefit everybody in the situation and not just one party. And then in terms of opportunities for thinking and feeling, I think I sometimes let emotions get the best of me and I could be a little bit more cut and dry in situations and use logic to solve problems. And I think that this has to do with areas of career adaptability and career indecision where I could be more confident in taking those risks and just making that decision to overcome difficulty more quickly. And overall, I could improve in negotiation and team metrics by using specific techniques to solve problems and go about things with more data and more information effectively. And overall, I think I could increase my ways of coping through stress because possess a very high score of 26 in terms of psychological burnout. I think it's better as a leader if I'm not so overwhelmed all the time so that I'm able to handle things in a much more healthy way. Moving on, we're going to talk about some of my motivations. So, the intrinsic values I possess are having a variety of change at work and helping others. And the extrinsic values I possess are to be rewarded monetarily, to work as a team, to have more flexibility and a pleasing work environment. And I think together these help me do what I love, but I'm able to receive things in return in a much more work life balance type of way. And in terms of how these influence my capabilities, I think that helping others allows me to build connections with people because of my strong communication skills. I think I'm really good at organizing a group and it helps me to work more effectively in teams because I enjoy it. And leadership situations that help me to confirm this would be taking charge of a company or department project or building a new team for that new project, as well as working with cross functional areas. And this brings me to my preferred leadership styles, which I'm going to talk about path goal theory. I think I relate most to supportive leadership and participated leadership because I really look out for others' well being and the involvement of everybody's perspectives and input. And I think a leader should do this because it is not just their view and their control. Everybody who is involved should be valued. And this brings me to my 70-20-10 development goals. For the learning through experience, in May, I will volunteer through my Rescue Squad organization in order to enhance my leadership skills in running teams by holding a fundraiser or training event. I have a high teamwork orientation score, and I think it's important to accentuate through different experiences and work groups. Specifically, I want to increase my ability to organize a task and build a team, not just take initiative through a team that is already established. So within the first week, I'm going to focus on initiating a team purpose through goals and a team charter. And every month, we're going to have team building exercises to build cohesion and trust. And then each week, we're going to use team metrics to track group performance and other operations and development skills, and then review the findings all together to receive everybody's input as to what the next step should be. Another example would be learning from others. So while I hope to obtain a leadership position that helps me provide direction for other employees, I want to seek out a mentoring experience, and I want to do this to enhance my negotiation skills. So each week, I'm going to focus on a case study or example provided by the mentor and use the 7-phase negotiation process. So even though I possess a strong integrating style, I think it's really important to consider all the components in the situation to overcome it most effectively. So I'm going to seek feedback through each debrief meeting, and then we're going to study and track and review what went well and what I can do better moving forward. And I'm going to listen for additional guidance and insights as to how I can work through different situations most appropriately as a leader. And lastly, learning through instruction. An example would be given my strong conscientiousness skills and my need for achievement, as well as the input receiving how I overwork myself sometimes. I want to work on coping with stress management. I will read the book Beyond Burnout by Amy Ohana over the semester break. And during this time, I'm going to ask family members to observe my behaviors in the house and as I complete my work for school or for a job, indicate if I'm not referring to those positive ways of coping. And over those 6 months, I'm going to ask my family or classmates to rate my skills to ensure I'm not as overwhelmed while I perform my work or taking on a leadership role. So, in order to fill in the gap, I have developed an action plan. I'm going to have to prioritize and schedule different experiences or programs that I want to participate in. I'm going to document my progress, findings, and sub goals throughout each experience, as well as utilize alternative resources and my network to accomplish these goals. And I can measure this by aligning my performance with objective deadlines, as well as acknowledge the little efforts or achievements I make along the way, and take gratitude for my own appreciation and my determination, as well as write down the progress achievements in order to create a positive timeline. And lastly, I want to talk about my authentic leadership. So, to me, this is the perspective of building strong connections with other people. I think it's about acting with ethics and an openness towards others and displaying true transparency. I think that my goals in this would be to provide myself with real life exposure and experiences and be able to receive different insights and perspectives from other people's vulnerability. And I think that I want to be able to overall project my true self and be able to seek that from other people. And after going through my personal leadership development plan, I have had some key takeaways. One would be that there's always room for improvement, especially as a leader. Also, self assessments are useful to confirm information you know about yourself and ways to identify further characteristics. Also, SMART goals are more effective in order to reach certain objectives that you want to obtain. And different types of leadership, motivation, and approaches allow me to be a unique leader because I am able to possess things that other people might not. And at this time, I would like to conclude my presentation and thank you all for listening.